the key is to always start. And a lot of people are scared to begin the process.
There's a life lesson here.
Well, because so much of the creative process is I'm great, I'm not great, I'm shit, I think I might be okay, this is awesome, I love creativity. That's so you got to go on a crazy whirlwind to think that you're good, to think you're not good enough, to think you're shit, to think you might be good, and to realize, you know what, you're awesome. And if you're not willing to go deep, then you're not willing to go deep. It all depends on how self-aware you are and how deep you're willing to go within yourself to find the creativity to express yourself to the world in however you want to express yourself.
I mean, yeah, I mean, that's why I said there's a life lesson there, because you could utilize that towards anything in life, which I love that. So when you are working with, like, do you work with smaller companies now? Do you just do your own large artwork and like I said, do your own galleries and stuff like that? Like, where's your focus now, and how has it evolved over the last couple of years?
So I used to work for brands,
okay,
all over the world, until I realized that I'm the brand and I don't want to work for brands. So then I created my own artworks and I started showing my work in galleries all over the world, because I don't believe in selling my work directly. I think third-party validation is what takes you to another level from a branding perspective. So I work with top galleries all over the world. And it all started for me actually in Berlin, of all places. I had a show at a gallery in Berlin called Camera Work in 2005. And that was the beginning of a crazy whirlwind of being represented by some of the finest galleries all over the world. And that's when I realized I'm the brand. People want to buy my artworks, my imagination, which is interesting because growing up, I felt like no one would ever really listen to me and my words. So I had to create pictures so people would pay attention. And I got people's attention by accessing my imagination and making the photographs that spoke 1,000 words.
So that was roughly 17 years ago, a little over 17 years ago, that when you're in Berlin. How did that come about? Was that through a contact? How did that moment come about?
Great question. I had a show at a gallery called Fahey Klein in LA, and Elton John walked in and bought literally half the show. And a friend of mine said to me, you should call this gallery in Berlin called Camera Work. And I was on a bit of a high because of that moment. So I just picked up the phone. I called this strange number, 01144, whatever, in Berlin. And the owner of the gallery happened to answer the phone. And I said, hi, I'm David Drebin, and I love your gallery. She said, this is crazy you're calling me, because the framer's literally walking in right now with a photograph that I recently purchased from a gallery in LA called Fahey Klein. So as I called the gallery, the owner was waiting for a framed print she just purchased at the gallery in LA. And that's when I realized at that moment I was really onto something, and it really is kind of steamrolled ever since. It hasn't stopped.